morning. This is Dylan Jovine from Behind the Markets. Happy Monday. Today is the 9th. I'm so excited. Tomorrow we have our webinar for Hidden Market Profits. And it's really exciting to me because Hidden Market Profits has always been like the redheaded stepchild of our Behind the Markets family. It's like one of the undiscovered gems, but we never really talk about it much because there's a time for really investing in private markets and a time for public markets. And certainly the public markets have had our full attention in the past year or two, certainly when the market was down and we were buying all these great things like Palantir at 7 and Rocket Lab at $3.50 or whatever it is, and Eli Lilly and ImmunoGen and all these other great things that we've done in the past couple of years together. But we don't really talk about hidden market profits. We never really market it. It's like the one thing we don't really talk about. And it's really a shame. Of all of our services, this has the smallest amount of subscribers, but it also has some of the biggest winners. We recommended, for example, a private drone firm called Parallel Flight at a $28 million valuation. And 11 months later, they did a raise at $175 million. So that went up in value 509% in less than a year. We recommended a company like Memic, private medical technology firm, at $150 million valuation. And 11 months later, that company went public in $1 billion deal for, again, another 566% return. And of course, a lot of folks have written about SaNOtize, which is a Canadian biotech firm. We recommended it at a $12.5 million valuation, and then it went IPO at $100 million. So basically, where are we right now? We're in a situation with Trump coming in, more equity has been added to the market. We know the stock market's overvalued. And guess what? VC investors who invest in private companies love to sell their shares into overvalued stock markets, and the market's overvalued. It's ideal for us to invest in companies that are doing great things, great technologies in really unique spaces. They're pre-IPO. Hopefully they go public in the next 6 months to a year. And the company that we're talking about in the webinar tomorrow is very much one of these companies. Basically, we're talking about a company that is helping the U.S. military, Department of Defense, the Air Force, really use AI across all of its weapon systems. And as we've talked about before, this is the fourth revolution of the fourth generation of warfare that's happening right now. And that means AI is being brought into all of our armed forces. And we've done very well with that here at Behind the Markets with a lot of picks. I'm not going to sit here to rattle them off. You guys have been around. If you're a member of Behind the Markets, you know how well we've done. As I was saying on Friday, the public market is so outrageously expensive that where do you find good opportunities? So we've started to look to the private markets, which is really where we still see some really good opportunities, including the one we're going to talk about tomorrow at 1 o'clock, that we really want to share with you. And the companies that I just mentioned a moment ago that we've recommended, 2 of those 3 companies went public in a year or so after we recommended them. One at a 566% return, the other one at an 800% gain when it went IPO. So there is a lot of big opportunity in the private markets, and especially when you have a company, as we're going to be talking about, we're so excited to talk to you about, that really is at the intersection of this fourth revolution or fourth generation of warfare that's happening right now. A company that has partnered with the Department of Defense, the Air Force, it partners with NVIDIA, with Intel, the list goes on and on. The last real strong company like this that we recommended was Parallel Flight in HMP, which again grew in value by 509% in less than a year. Those of you guys who watch this, you know that this is our specialty, defense and weaponry. So while other folks talk about AI, will AI help people sign documents faster, or will AI help people create images and all these other things that are also important? Our interests here at Behind the Markets is how will AI change warfare? How will it help the United States maintain its position as the preeminent power on this planet? That's my interest. And the company we're going to be talking about tomorrow at 1 o'clock at this webinar is really right up there helping us maintain that position and has all the right attributes of a potential huge winner. Anyway, I hope you have a great Monday. See you tomorrow.